Every day I get up, I think about how we progress our agenda to grow this economy. And along this front bench and behind me and over there are a lot of MPs who have always recognised that you don't make this country wealthier by having endless conversations about how to divide the pie. You do it by growing the pie. And that's why we are focused on sensible policies, on infrastructure, on regulation, on overseas investment, on trade, on innovation, on capitalisation, and it's why we know you can't tax a country to prosperity.
The proliferation of nitrous oxide, commonly referred to as NANGs, laughing gas or NOS, presents a significant public health issue with potentially serious consequences. Young people in particular have been targeted by this proliferation. That is why last week we announced that the government was taking action to restrict the sale and use of nitrous oxide for recreational use. This action enables police to prosecute the sale and use of nitrous oxide for recreational use, with a breach of this regulation being punishable with jail time or a fine. This change makes it illegal to sell nitrous oxide or products containing nitrous oxide for recreational use. As a result, companies who are found to be in breach of this regulation by selling, offering to sell or being in the possession of nitrous oxide for recreational purposes could be convicted of up to 2 years jail time or a fine of up to $500,000. However, for those who use nitrous oxide for legitimate reasons, there will be no change.
Fast-track legislation is designed to get things built in this country, and we are prioritising development because that's what we need to do. We need to make sure that we actually get things built. We want more wind farms, we want more renewable energy, and I just encourage that member to support fast-track legislation. A great idea from the potential leader of the Labour Party, David Parker. We just built on it. This fast-track legislation is going to enable us to grow our economy,
so yes.
And that's so important because that's actually how we keep low and middle-income people in employment, and that's something that, frankly, the Labour Party and the Green Party used to care about workers. We're the party of workers now.
Yesterday, the Prime Minister and I announced that the government wants to see more public servants come into their place of work each day, and we are taking steps to make our expectations clear. Guidance for the public service will be updated to make clear that working from home is not an entitlement and must be agreed and monitored. Updated guidelines will reinforce the government's expectation that 1. Working from home arrangements are not an entitlement and should be by agreement. 2. Working from home arrangements should only be agreed to where they will not compromise the performance of employees and agency objectives. And 3, importantly, where arrangements are agreed to, there must be comprehensive oversight arrangements in place so that managers can be clear the arrangements are working as expected. There are good reasons why employees have traditionally been physically brought together for work, as members in this House know. It allows for face-to-face conversation, the sharing of skills and experience and relationship building. I think about the new grad who is starting out in an organisation. They need to observe, learn from and form connections with their more experienced colleagues. Zoom and Microsoft Teams have significant limitations. Getting people back into the office will support those younger employees and mean managers can monitor team dynamics, including whether people are disengaged, struggling or at odds with their colleagues.
Supplementary. What does this announcement mean for public servants?
Mr. Speaker, public servants can still work from home if arrangements are agreed and expectations around productivity and performance are met. Having some flexibility in working arrangements can be beneficial for employees and for employers. However, the government is making its expectation clear that working from home is not an entitlement and that safeguards need to be in place.